Since 1973, Tattoo Charlie's has been an established body modification studio in Kentucky, featuring world-renowned artists and piercers, currently with locations on Preston Highway and in Lexington, a staple point in the tattoo community. Learn more at tattoocharlies.com. Set up your appointment today at 7904 Preston Highway. Our tattoos are done while you wait. Welcome to the Metal Forge. I'm your host, Mark Jackson, and I'm going to be pounding out the best regional metal for you tonight. If you're new to this show, pick up your hammer and get down with some of these featured guests. Got any questions or comments? Send them to metalforgeradio@gmail.com. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is the Metal Forge, and I'm your host, Mark Jackson. What a crazy last few weeks it has been. I think I'm going to call this episode Lockdown Week 3 edition from the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic currently going on all over the world. And I hope everybody out there is safe and sound, doing what they're supposed to do, taking their part, social distancing, sanitize everything that you touch. Don't touch your face, all that. But anyways, before we get into the interview with Jason from Her Worst Nightmare from Chicago, I'm going to do a little bit of a review here. I sent out, a message saying, hey, what are the top 10 thrash albums not from the Big Four? And I did some looking on my own. I took into consideration, what I had sent out to everybody that on the page and everything. So here's what I come up with. I found a pretty good article on Loudwire over this. And we're going to start out with number 10 here. The Years of Decay by Overkill. Number 9, Alice in Hell by Annihilator. Number 8, Frolic Through the Park from Death Angel. I kind of like the Ultraviolence better. Suicidal Tendencies. Lights Camera Revolution coming in at number 7. Number 6, Doomsday for the Deceiver from Flotsam and Jetsam. Kind of dig that. I like that. Probably would have been a little bit higher on my list, though. Number 5, Dark Angels, Time Does Not Heal. Number 4 will be Handle with Care from Nuclear Assault. Number 3 is Creator's Extreme Aggression. Number 2, Bonded by Blood by Exodus. And number 1, The Legacy by Testament. An interesting thing about that band is that they were actually going to be called Legacy. There was already a band called Legacy. They decided to call themselves Testament, which is pretty damn cool in my opinion. That's a kick-ass name. Wish I would have thought of it, because that would be a really good one. I think they were actually in a radio station at KUSF. When that happened, and somebody, I think it was Billy Milano, who said, they were looking for a new name, and he was just like, Testament. So that's where it came from, apparently, which is pretty cool stuff. Before we get into the interview, I want to thank everybody for, tuning in. I love you guys. I really appreciate you, tuning in and showing the support that you do. I do have Metal Forge patches on the way. If you want one, hit me up, metalforgeradio@gmail.com. I will get you one. Probably not. I don't know if I'm going to charge for them or not. I think I just want to have people show them off on the battle vests, battle jackets, and be kick-ass with me, because it takes this community, and I said that last week on the Lady Beast episode, it takes a community for all this to work, and I am proud as shit to be a part of everyone's metal community with this podcast. I love you all. Thank you so much. Stay safe out there. And this is Touch of Madness by Her Worst Nightmare. All right, and I'm being joined on the phone with Jason from Her Worst Nightmare. Jason, how the fuck are you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Dude, I am, given the way when this is recorded, it's a few days before the release. Still sitting in my home, still, trucking along as best as I can, How about you guys? I mean, I know you all took a little bit of a hit and had to cancel a tour through Texas. And so how are you guys holding up?
Good, man. We actually, we left for the tour March 12th, and we ended up we did Dallas the 13th, and then Laredo, Austin, and Jam Night in Corpus Christi we ran across, and then we had a show there as well. So we still got 5 dates in. But, we did have Houston, San Antonio, and Spring, Texas, that all got canceled. So we left when there was word going around that. Well, we don't watch the news or anything. We're going by what people were telling us, and that everyone canceled anyway. So it was either like keep the days off and party down there, or just get home before shit got worse. So we just came home.
Absolutely.
But the shows we played were awesome.
Oh yeah, I've never played in Texas, but I've been to a few shows down there, and like, yeah, I can only imagine how awesome it was. So tell everybody. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, people still partied, man. When it was like early on, like Dallas the 13th was cool because everyone like wasn't sure what's going on completely, and then every day things got like twice as bad.
Oh wow!
And then next thing you know, the rest of them were canceled.
So tell everybody out there about Her Worst Nightmare.
Shit, man. We're trying to do as much as we can. We just put out 2 records. We put out one in March 2019, and then one just came out this year, January 3rd. And we're like 8 tunes into the next one that we want to start tracking in the fall, because we're trying to be consistent, having a release a year. And then 2022, like even looking that far ahead, whether it's another EP or singles or something, but we're looking to release something every year. Absolutely. And so far it's going good. We just had our first tour, and like I said, the days it lasted were badass. Everything went nice for the first time ever, like on the road.
Awesome. Yeah, I saw you all back at the Mag Bar here in Louisville back in February. So, and that's why I was like, dude, you guys were awesome as shit. It blew me away. I caught as much of the set as I could. I was actually there talking with one of the guys who I had interviewed that previous night. And I told him I'd ride out by. It was a super busy night as usual. So you said you want to do a release a year. So how do you all go about, staying on top of being able to do that? How do you all get together and do songs? I assume you all live in Chicago. Is that correct?
Yeah, we all live within, we all grew up within like 10 minutes of each other. And then I'm like another 10 minutes away now from where I moved and stuff. So yeah, we hang out and everything all the time. But I need to pick up my guitar more because I write a lot of the music, and Mo does like the majority of it. And we don't really do the whole like emailing shit back and forth, he don't have any drum software or anything like that. So we just like go old school and get together and jam.
Absolutely.
Which is awesome. But we haven't done that now because of all this shit going on. So I'm going to pick up my guitar later maybe. But I just been putting it off, doing shit at home.
Definitely. Yeah, it seems like that's a big thing these days with bands is they might have a member that's based in Chicago, and then they might have another one that's based in Columbus, Ohio, and then they might have somebody who's based, in Mississippi or something, and they all get together beforehand before they go on tour to practice a few times. But it's a weird dynamic these days, I've noticed, with, online bands, being able to play with anybody around the world, essentially, as long as you can get together and put on a show, or you hire studio musicians.
This is we don't have the the means to do that shit. And even if we could, we're not really that tech. Like Sammy, if you go on our Instagram and all that stuff, Facebook, YouTube is a big one we're trying to build. We do everything. I don't know anyone that does any of that stuff. So we're like limited because we kind of want to be, we're just kind of old school like that. But my other band's right. I actually just got a new song earlier on guitars, and then another one from a different band of mine last night. So I need to listen to them.
Right on.
But I play in 4 bands currently. Mo is in at least 4, and we just got our bass player when we saw you in Kentucky. That was his second show ever.
Wow. Dude, that's awesome though. I mean, I don't know if I could have the attention span to play in four bands. Meaning, like, it would be one for me. It'd be one of those. Am I doing the right song for the right band? Kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I fucked up before, but you just kind of ignore it. But it does get confusing. But everyone's on their shit, as long as everyone does their homework. Like you said, you can play around the world, so.
Oh, yeah.
The other ones, we all live within an hour of each other. Like, ain't no reason anyone shouldn't know what they're doing.
What is the essential part of being a musician to you? Why are you a musician?
Man, forever was my dream since I was a kid, just to tour and travel. Lately, past couple of years, I've been getting into traveling a lot and like putting the bands off a little bit, or like not being in so many. Like I just had a nightmare. But after doing this tour, I mean, the reality of it is it's really not that hard. As long as if you have a semi-decent following and, a good enough job, like we all of our jobs and incomes kind of work in a way that would allow us to tour like more often. So that's the ultimate goal.
Right.
Be on the road. We want to hit the road again in the fall. We're supposed to be coming back to Kentucky. I just talked with Eric from Misanthropik Records about it. Yeah, but there's not a date yet.
Well,
but he just told me it's something about a live stream show. Oh, sweet. Awesome.
What inspires you to write music?
Oh, listening to heavy stuff, primarily like Slayer, King Diamond, all that. My dad was into, from like the day I was born, and then I had a little drum set when I was a kid, 5 or 6 or something. But I always wanted to play drums, and probably been in 30 bands by now. But with the 4 I'm in, it's still a lot. But I think everyone in each one is the right person. Finally, that's the hardest part.
Right.
Finding people willing to go along with you.
Yeah, it's hard to keep a good band together. You all have go ahead.
Oh, go for it, man.
Now, in my opinion, it's one of those things where you've got to be similar on the writing plane as well as the ability plane. And you have to be like-minded, I think, for that to work.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, it takes forever. Like, her worst nightmare, we've been together since July 2009, so we're coming up on 11 years this July, so I got to figure out something to do for that, so that's getting close. But we've been jamming and just finally got our acts together. I mean, like Carlos wasn't in the band for a little bit. Mo, our guitarist, sang. Like, we were a 2-piece for a real long time, and then always a 3-piece. Like, we've never had a bassist, which made things like, now that we do have one, it's still cool, but we always thought it would make things harder because the 3 of us get along so good, like we're all used to it. But Irving's great. He couldn't do the tour with us. Like, circumstances came up and he couldn't join, so that sucked. Because we just met him, like I said, when we saw you, which was maybe like 3 weeks before the tour started. And he was down to do it and everything. He just couldn't.
Right.
We were supposed to play last night too, up in Lake Villa, Illinois, but that's canceled. And we had like April 4th and the 9th. I had a show booked with the 3 Tremors that I think is canceled now. I'm not positive though.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's definitely been a crazy state of events with the way things have been canceled and or postponed or any of that. So hopefully before too long, we'll all be able to be back out there playing and promoting shows and, just having people appreciative to come out and see live music again.
Yeah, man, I want to, when we go back out there, I want to play with that Pale Walker again. That band rule.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Love those guys. They're supposed to be playing in May with down here, so possibly we might be able to get you something on that. Because that's that's going to be one of the Metal Forge live shows. But
Oh, yeah, man. Keep us, if you ever need anyone, keep us in mind.
Definitely. It's one of those things where, have to wait it out and see.
No, I was going to say that band rolled. I seen they had online after the fact. I saw shirts and CDs and shit, and I didn't know they had them. I was pissed.
Oh, wow. So if you could have written or recorded a song or an album that somebody else has done, what would it be?
Oh, man, it's like drum for another band?
Yeah. I mean, if you could have played the part of somebody else, what album or song would it
I'd
be?
love to try Slayer. Just straight thrashing, thrash metal shit. Slayer, I fucking know those songs backwards. That'd be awesome.
If you could have played any concert from Days Gone Past, what would it be?
Oh, man, what was it, Ozfest, maybe 2003? When it was Black Dahlia Murder and Between a Buried and Me, Bury Your Dead, all those old hardcore bands and shit. That's really what spawned me taking music serious.
Yeah, it looks like it was Cradle of Filth, Trust Company, Memento, Hotwire, Shadows Fall, Grade 8, Twisted Method.
No, I must be thinking of 2004.
All good.
Yeah, I remember that was Cradle and Kill Switch, I think, was there.
Yeah, Motor Grader. And then it looks like it was Ozzy, Korn, Marilyn Manson, Disturbed, and Chevelle on the main stage.
Oh, yeah, CO4, Led Sabbath, and Slayer, and all them other bands. Superjoint was there.
Oh, yeah.
Second
time I saw Sabbath was on an Ozfest, and it was totally killer. So.
Oh, yeah, man.
So, yeah, that's a very popular, the Ozfest deal is pretty popular as an answer. I don't think you can go wrong with any of those. Same thing with the Donnie.
Sure, yeah, but 04, man, that's fucking good lord.
Do you have a favorite song you have ever written from Her Worst Nightmare?
Shit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we write a lot of them, co-write a ton. I mean, one of my favorites, it's not just because I did it, but In a Heartbeat's cool because it's about my kid and stuff. We have a lot of varying subject matters, but then, people bitch about already, but it's whatever. Who cares? It's just words. But, yeah, In a Heartbeat, Addictions is, the opener on our newest record. I like that song a lot. That's actually, older than the band, too. That's from, 2005 or something. Yeah, I wrote years ago, and these guys liked it. That's why it's on the EP, not the full length,
Right.
But, yeah, it's a killer tune. Thank job, yeah, but probably In a Heartbeat.
Okay. So, taking out a critique factor, do you listen to yourself musically?
Yeah, every time I play. Me personally, yeah, I'm very aware of what I'm doing and what needs to be done and what I did wrong or didn't do. Hell yeah.
But do you ever just pop in the CD or the MP3 or whatever of what you do and just listen to it as a fan?
Oh yeah, as a fan, hell yeah. And Carlos is our singer, and he's always super killer. You've seen him, he's always badass.
Right.
And got a killer voice and all that. But I made lyric videos. They're on our YouTube, and both albums are on there. It's karaoke as it goes and shit. But as I was typing those lyrics out for the record for the CD book and the videos and stuff, I know probably 50% of them, but vocally, critiquing the patterns and the words and phrasing and everything, Carlos kicked ass on both of them. To me as a fan, yeah, super cool stuff. And just the way he falls into different riffs and shit and continues them and sentences and stuff is really cool. There's a lot of bands that do that, but our own music, yeah, I like that a real lot.
Good deal. So now I'm going to get into the just the general biography questions here. Just because we're all people, and I think that knowing more about other people is pretty cool, especially, musicians and stuff like that, because we're all, I'm a musician, we're all a little bit quirky in some way. So, do you have a favorite film?
Yes, probably, yeah, The Wizard of Oz, easily, is my favorite movie.
Nice. I've never gotten that answer on that question, so any particular reason why? Is it because of Dark Side of the Moon?
No, I don't know. No, just the overall, no, everything about it is just killer. I've always loved it. I went in, I seen that movie in theaters a ton, yeah, I used to follow them, all the Munchkins. They used to come tour around and hang out and stuff.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, it was killer back in the day. But yeah, I mean, that was 10 years ago.
Do you have a favorite food?
Yeah, I haven't eaten meat in a very long time, so I'm pretty limited. But I mean, probably just pasta with a bunch of seafood. Yeah, I got seafood.
Nice.
I meant to eat meat when we went to Texas, because I promised myself I would do it if I ever toured, But, it wasn't as badass as it could have been, because shit was getting canceled.
Right.
And, it was scary some of the time. You don't know if you're going to play, and I'm I ain't eating meat for nothing.
Well, that too. And I don't, honestly, I mean, was there really anything else down there to eat? Because I think that's all they eat in Texas is meat, isn't it?
yeah, dude, there was a ton of good-looking stuff. Yeah, it's all, grilled cheeses, when you're at bars. Going right to the sandwich section. Yeah.
One of the things that, I would never do this, but I would beg another band that I was either on tour with or somebody in the band that I'm in to do is the 72-ounce steak challenge thing that they do, that they have in Texas.
Right. Oh man, I would do it in a heartbeat. I know.
That's a lot. That's too
Next
much.
Time. Yeah.
Do you have an ultimate jam?
An ultimate what?
An ultimate jam. Something that always finds its way back to your CD player, your MP3 player, anything.
Yeah, man. I got a couple 3 records, and I mean, I listen to a ton of different shit, like Slayer's Divine Intervention, and Bon Jovi has a record called Destination Anywhere. It's his solo stuff, but killer. I mean, I've been listening to that since 1996 when it came out. So, yeah, both of them.
Right on. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of people in the metal community give, Bon Jovi a hard time, for sure. But I don't...
Oh, dude, the greatest rock and roll band of all time. It's crazy.
Do you have...
I told, when we were touring, I'm there wasn't much on the radio other than country, and I'm we're gonna go back to Chicago all country, which would have been awesome.
Do you have a guilty pleasure?
Musically, no, I listen to everything. Yeah, top to bottom. I mean, Prince, Bon Jovi, and Slayer are, my 3 favorite bands. And beyond that, Sabbath, Dillinger Escape Plan's a huge one. But everything, man, yeah, a lot of B-52s. I have a band with my little sister that she plays ukulele and piano. We got recordings already. We're almost studio ready, but that's going to be coming out too this year. Yeah, she's really good. She's only 13, but she kills, man.
Hey.
But she listens to a lot of Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, 21 Pilots, if you're familiar.
Yeah, I am. Does she cover any of them on ukulele though?
Yeah, tons, man. We got a few videos up,
Nice.
and we actually did a cover of an Insane Clown Posse song that they shared. It's on YouTube and stuff.
Dude, that's killer. For real. I love it when the band Steven Seagulls does the the folk bluegrass versions of Seek and Destroy or Raining Blood or anything like that. So I totally
I listen to a ton of like folk covers too. There's a lot of folk metal and stuff out there. Not like folk metal, but like folk bands doing them, different shit.
I can dig that. What is your greatest achievement as a musician?
Man, probably just touring and making it back home alive was awesome. I've been waiting to do that for 10 years.
The morbid question is, if heaven or hell exists, what would you like to hear when you arrive where you think you're going?
That's an awesome question. Shit. Probably something by Slayer, like Killing Fields. Walking into heaven here in Killing Fields would be the shit.
Absolutely.
With that drum intro, hell yeah.
So before we go, tell everybody out there how they can get a hold of you guys, either booking or just in general contact. Bandcamps, Facebooks. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Cool. So you can find Her Worst Nightmare on Spotify. Anywhere music is available digitally. You can listen to us if you're out drinking on jukeboxes, any AMI ones. herworstnightmare.bandcamp.com. Find us on YouTube, and please subscribe, and we'll do it right back. And check out all your shit. Email is herworstnightmare09@Yahoo. If booking or any other questions, or if you want, we're always doing raffles and free stickers and merch packs, so feel free to message us anytime.
All right. Yeah, I have one of those awesome stickers on my computer sitting here. I have the zombie chick, the skeleton chick on there.
Oh, thanks, man. Hell yeah. I'll just, I told you I make them.
Yeah.
You should let me make you some.
Heck yeah, dude. I will definitely be in touch about that for sure. But
shoot me some artwork.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for calling in, and we will see you. Hopefully, we can get something worked out and get you down to Louisville before too long.
Cool. Thank you very much.
One more soul, I will Since 1973, Tattoo Charlie's has been an established body modification studio in Kentucky, featuring world-renowned artists and piercers, currently with locations on Preston Highway and in Lexington, a staple point in the tattoo community. Learn more at TattooCharlies.com. Set up your appointment today at 7904 Preston Highway. Our tattoos are done while you wait.